Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm going to make a little bit of a controversial statement. It's a controversial statement, though, that if you guys really look at it deep down, you know that it's true. You know that it's true. My statement is that if influencers out there really gave you great training and nutrition advice, they wouldn't be able to sell you products anymore. Okay? Because at the end of the day, what is most of the fitness industry built around? Is it really built around educating people, helping people? I mean, I put out tons of free programming. Free programming. Yes, I coach. Yes, coach is my livelihood. But I put out a lot of free information. But I don't have products for sale. The only product I sell is coaching services. You know, and the vast, overwhelming majority of my followers are never going to pay for coaching. They're not going to buy coaching. And I wouldn't have the room for all of them even if they did, you know. Thousands of followers, I can't coach thousands of people. So, you know, not really helping me there, is it? But, you know, that's kind of the point. I'm not trying to sell you guys other products. I do my best to put out good information. But if you really think about it, this industry is about selling you products. It's usually supplements, but you know, now we've gotten over into booty bands and all sorts of various devices and things that may not really be helpful to you. And look, I'm all about having a variety of training equipment. I mean, look at my home gym. I got like 15 different barbells. I got bands, chains, reverse hypers. You know, I have all this stuff because I think it has a place and it's useful. But a lot of those things are really just one-time purchases. You know, reverse hyper, you buy once, you cry once. And if you don't have a home gym, you're not going to buy one anyway. So it's not, you know, this is all a little bit different, isn't it? But they love to sell you consumables. What's these small bunch of products that you need, you have to have? And if they can't even sell you that, then they're just going to sell you, you know, merchandise. You can be part of the cool crowd. You got to have this clothing line. But, you know, those can still be sold. You can still sell merchandise with good information. But some of these training equipment, I mean, really, these hip circles and stuff. I mean, if you really teach people good training information, are they going to buy a freaking hip circle? No, they're not going to use that crap. Because they already know what it does. If you've taught them basic movements and some basic anatomy, they know that what you feel from that hip circle is not even your glutes, right? Helps activate the glutes. No, you know that that's not the glutes you're feeling. You know that it's part of the hip. It's not your glute. That's one of the tricks people like to play. Oh, you feel your glutes more. Except that it's not the glute you're feeling from that hip circle. It doesn't work the glutes any harder. I'm trying to use to build glutes. But I digress. Back over to the point. If they teach you good nutrition, real good nutrition, how are they going to be able to sell you some of these products? How are they going to be able to sell you this extra pre-workout? If you truly understand the stress recovery adaptation cycle, because they've taught it to you, and you know how fatigue management works and good programming, are you going to buy a pre-workout? Of course you're not. You're going to look at that and go, based on my knowledge of what we need from training response, as long as my workout was fatiguing enough, let's say I don't take this stimulant or these things and I still reach fatigue from these sets, I still get the training response, but then I don't have to deal with the psychological arousal that this product caused and maybe the negative impact on my sleep, and I'll make even more gains without it, right? Because you taught them how training works. Well, they can't sell you a pre-workout now. You teach them how protein impacts everything and what the real studies show about protein intake, protein timing. Are you going to be able to sell people that we have to have? It's critical that we get this anabolic window, immediate post-workout drink. Of course not, because they're going to know good nutrition and they're going to look at that and go, it's been a little bit overrated. Probably not that important in the grand scheme of things compared with, you know, overall intake and just good spacing of my protein intake. And I ate a big meal before I trained. Therefore, post-workout nutrition becomes largely irrelevant unless I go 6 or 8 hours without eating after. If I go have a meal a couple hours later, I'm good, right? Because you've taught them good nutrition. Well, they can't sell you products if they teach you things. Okay? Instead, what do they really do? How about influencers give you bad programming? How about they give you bad programming with poor fatigue management so that you don't recover? Then they really need to sell you recovery products, right? They sell you a pre-workout so that they really mess up your post-workout recovery, right? They get you really amped up now, and then they give you too much training volume. Now you're overtraining. They need to sell you all these products to help you recover. Now you're all amped up. They have to sell you sleep aids. They create problems with bad information so that they can sell you products. In fact, influencers love to sell you a product that can create other problems that make you need to buy other products. Okay? So let's give people this really poor fatigue management programming that has a bunch of junk volume and bullshit in it, right? Then they need the pre-workout to make it through the workout because they feel like crap, right? They need the pre-workout. Now we really beat up that recovery. Now we really have to sell them these recovery aids. See how that works? That's really how it starts. They just give you bad programming. They give you bad programming with bad fatigue management. Guess what? It really makes that, man, I really need that pre-workout to make it through these workouts he's given me. $50 a month right there. Then it creates all these extra recovery problems, and they can sell you stuff. They can sell you products. They can sell you more supplements because they gave you bad information. Okay? It's been this way for decades. It's in their best interest to give you bad information. Now people say, but what about if they give you good information, you stick around? Do you see any of the 2-3 million subscriber channels really giving good information? Come on, how many of them give some of the worst advice? So clearly that's not the case. That's not a proven model for success. The proven model for success is to give you bad advice to sell a look, to sell glam, flashy, give you bad advice so that you need products. So that you need their products. And in an ideal marketing environment, their products create new problems that require you to buy new products. Okay. That is the state of the fitness industry. Right there. That sums it up. And if you are honest with yourself, really honest with yourself, and look deep in your heart, you know that I'm right. You know that that's the truth.